Welcome everybody, today I'm going to present you the top 5 PvP decks in Random Dice Defense in the Storm season. It's been a long time since I did a PvP decks video for Random Dice. Right now I've been doing lots of Random Dice Go videos, Random Dice Wars, but Random Dice Defense is still there. So right now I think I've decided to post more. You see the video style, how the thumbnail, you see, oh, there's no thumbnail, yeah, but with that I can post more often. Anyway, let's start right away with the 5th deck. We got Teleport, Storm, and IX10. So, Teleport Storm is already, Thunderstorm is very strong. Because a lightning cloud, whatever you want to call it. But it's very strong combination because with that, the teleports, the attacks will do a lot of damage. The IX10, that it's because of the Thunder Cloud, okay? It does a lot of damage. And once you know the teleport sucks up the dices, and most of the time in the boss stages, you're going to merge your teleports and launch lots of monsters to your opponent's side. And lots of players play this deck either with Luminous Prison, but I also saw some players played with the Plasma Shield, because Hyper Sin is played in this season more often. Yeah. I think it's because of certain dice, and yeah. Anyway, so that is the 5th place deck. Teleport, Lightning Cloud. I don't want to call it Storm because people will be thinking I'll be talking about this dice. It's called Storm dice, so yeah, no confusion. Okay, 4th place deck. We got the Recharge Lunar Scope. This deck, you see, it feels like you've seen it everywhere. Recharge Lunar Scope. Some players play even without scope and play another growth dice instead. This deck is like, I see some player played with trade, some without trade. So if I played the deck and I played it with the trade, because I was lazy to power up the IX10. And players tend to use the Plasma Shield, but I played also the Magic Breaker. It depends, what do you like more? You like the Plasma Shield more because you want to avoid those, how you call it, Hyper Sins, the IX10s to your certain dices. So the Merge Breaker could be beneficial, but if you don't care, you can use the Scope Battlefield or the Plasma Shield. If you use the Scope Battlefield, you don't need the Scope dice, you can replace the IX10 with something else you like. Just be creative. It could be anything. Anything that could be beneficial. Yeah. Like a bubble dice or something else. Yeah. Okay, on the 3rd place deck, we got, I already showed the second. Anyway, the 3rd place deck, we got the Guardian IX10 Bubble. Bubble is just to protect yourself from the Hyper deck. IX10 is to counter all these recharge decks. But it does not do anything against the 5th place deck, but you're just going to out damage them. You have the Scope Battlefield, so you have the damage also attacking, wave dice with lots of monsters, okay? And you can play the normal growth is, you say you can play the normal growth if you say the random growth takes a long time. I know, but you have the bubble to protect them against Hyper Sin, but you can also test around with the normal growth. Yeah, it's also possible. And for this deck, I would recommend only the Scope Battlefield. You can try the Magic Breaker, but after a certain amount of time, when you get to high waves, like wave 12 or something, the Guardian won't make enough damage to sustain you. So I think the Scope Battlefield, or maybe the Pantheon, it increases your crit damage a lot, crit rate. So yeah, maybe Pantheon. I never see players use the Pantheon Battlefield. And back in the day, it used to be the best battlefield, but now you don't see it. Maybe 1 in 1,000 or something. Battle CC1 player used the Pantheon Battlefield. It's still good, but maybe it needs a buff. Okay. Now we're going to 2nd place deck. You already saw it. It's the Hyper Sin. But actually, I played another deck to counter the Hyper Sin. I didn't play the growth what normally players do. I played with Summoner. Summoner also counters Hyper Sin if you get to time to merge the. But most of the time, like, let's say out of 5 battles, I won 3. I wouldn't say 4, but let's say 3, okay? It's like 60-40. It's not always going to guarantee to win if you play Summoner. But Summoner, the benefits of Summoner compared to Growth is you get your second dice immediately. Growth takes you, depends on what class your Growth is, let's say up to 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds, whatever. Yeah. So Hyper Sin, if you have to play only Luminous Prison, it's sure. So you need to watch out for Hyper Sin. Sometimes you don't merge your sacrifice always, because sometimes they're there to do enough damage, because they are the dice with the highest attack damage on your board. It has 130 and the others have much less than 130. 70 is getting, but 130, it's your main DPS. It's the sacrifice, but it also gives you a lot of SP. But you have also the bounty there to give you SP and then kill everything off with the assassin dice. And the first place deck, you already know. I don't have to show you, but I'll show you anyway. Because that deck, they don't care about assassin. They don't care about IX10. They don't care about, teleport. They're most likely going to beat everything. They don't need even growth. They just play their sniper, their hell dice. They have the battlefield to slow everything down. I don't think I remember beating this deck. When I faced off them, they always won. It didn't matter what I played. I mean, sometimes I tried to get the battle as long as possible. We got to wave 12, 13, whatever, but it didn't matter. This deck just liberated everything. I mean, mirror matches could be interesting, but I think mirror matches of these battles are going to be very, very long. And then it comes to, I don't know, who has the better skill and has a little bit better RNG. This deck is broken. And it is like, since they changed the sniper deck is like, it's broken. Yeah, it's broken. That's the only thing I have to say. Maybe they're going to nerf it because they did a rework. And when lots of players complain, they're going to adjust it a little bit. I have a feeling it's coming soon for the sniper deck, because yeah, it's dominating this season, and next season it will be maybe dominating a little bit less. It's getting even with other dice. And one thing I have to mention, Yin Yang dice is out of the meta. Nobody plays that deck anymore. I mean, the recharge deck has still a little bit function with the trade, but else you don't see any Yin Yang. Maybe in co-op, but recharge has also taken that spot, to be honest. I mean, if you don't have your recharge at class 10, maybe you're going to play Yin Yang, but after that, Yin Yang is, yeah, gone. Maybe Yin Yang Can is now ready for a trade. Who knows? Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.